This should be good.
But these two are obviously both better than us, so I'm sure they're not going to gain a whole lot from listening to us if they go back and rewatch this.
Hey, man.
But
It has nothing to do with our commentary today. So let's see. So right now, you're really going to see, like, Unspecial is kind of a, he's a good but a bit of the lame type of Falco. A lot of lasers. And a lot of up tilts. So, you know, whenever you have Falco Rage, it's an Unspecial type of Falco that you're playing against. But it's really good against Falcon. This is not a great matchup for Falcon if Falco plays it correctly. So you're going to see that. A lot of lasers and a lot of back airs and up tilts going on.
this is probably Falcon's worst matchup, I think, with Fox, alongside Fox anyways. But really what Reesch is going to be wanting to do here in neutral is just try and read how Diego is lasering, and from that just kind of abuse the option that beats it. For instance, high laser, you can usually beat by a Raptor boost. That's unfortunate. And low laser, you can usually beat with a short hop or full hop nair.
Right. So right now we see Reesch using kind of the, that's like the Scar method, take the laser. You know, just run straight into the lasers and get it in. You saw he got that nair to open him up before. And that's really what, like, as long as Falcon can get a grab, as long as Falcon can get Falco in a down state or in a grab, then, like, the punish game makes up for how bad this matchup is. So,
the punish game is actually not very guaranteed on spaces, especially at low percent. Unless you can perfect reaction tech chase, there's really no, like, guaranteed combo game that Falcon has on spaces.
Well, no, it's not guaranteed, but that's how Falcon wins the matchup. Knockdown, knee on the no tech, knee on the second no tech, because once you miss a tech, it's harder to hit the next tech because of the buffer. Like,
that's true.
That's how you win. You
but
know?
That in itself is what kind of makes the matchup, not only, but that's one of many things that makes the matchup particularly spacey favored.
Right.
Is because Falcon's punish game, if you don't perfect reaction tech chase, is very inconsistent.
Yeah.
And so he's going to be... So Reesch lost an unfortunate stock below the stage earlier. I think he may have lost the stock in doubles winners finals in the same way.
See, this is the thing that knee, he's at 64%, couldn't get back because Falco sucks at recovery. And Falcon is really good at putting you off stage with one or two hits.
His hitboxes are very powerful. Falco's recovery, honestly, even in this matchup, is not bad until he gets below the stage. His side B is so quick that because Falcon's hitboxes take so long to get out, it's very hard to pick that up. And yeah, he can't get him with the ledge trick.
Good call out. Good call out. Yeah,
nothing about Falco's punished is guaranteed either.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's actually not. It's all DI reads and mix-ups.
Right.
But this is a Falcon player, so he's never going to admit that. He's always going to John about how bad Falcon is, because that's how Falcon players are. But getting back to the match right now, we see Reesch approaching it a little differently with this match, using those platforms so he can kind of pull Falco out into a bad position. This kind of Falco's problem is that Falco is not necessarily fast. So if Falcon can make him start chasing him, then he can really catch those openings, which is what Reesch has done, and he's gotten Falco kind of off tilter a little bit. Yeah, so now it's like he's got, but Unspecial trying to go back, shoot some lasers to regain his composure.
Yeah, if Falcon gets in on you in neutral game,
reset.
It can be a tough time getting your control back.
Right.
But overall, Falco definitely has the tools to keep Falcon out.
Definitely.
At all times. Well, most times.
Yeah, so I like what I'm seeing from Reesch here, just covering all the options.
Platform tech chasing with up air.
That was definitely a mistake. He didn't mean to jump from ledge. It's never, ever, ever good. Sometimes it's okay with like 2 out of like 26 characters, but it's never good.
Yeah.
So it's almost always a mistake.
Catches his mistech with a forward.
That's
smash.
good, man.
Really good reaction.
Unspecial over. And Reesch just kind of dropping some of these tech chases. I'm not accustomed to seeing him do that. Maybe just a little off in the beginning, but he's still playing well. He's still in there.
Yeah, he didn't really lose that first game by a wide margin, especially even throwing a stock away. So I'm pretty confident that he can at least bring this back. That being said, that being said, Unspecial has taken the last, seems like at least couple sets against Reesch, and he's kind of had him under control for a little bit.
Yep.
He didn't beat him.
Missing that out of shine. So now we got to grab. So what's going to come off? What's going to come from it? Here's the situation.
Tech chase.
The vortex.
Good. That was a really good tech in place on the platform.
Yeah.
He had time to put his shield up or do whatever else he needed.
Nice. And that back air is so strong. It's so strong. And what do we have here? All right.
See,
what's
caught
going
him.
to come from
Trying
this?
to
There it
do a
is.
high
There it
laser.
is. And it's over.
Ooh, the windmill.
Boom. Stock gone. All right. So now we're even 0-0. Falco at 3%. I mean,
0-0.
Reesch at 3%. Like from the point I say that, you can't say percentages in these type of matchups.
Wow, he's definitely carrying him across the stage. But
yeah, it's nothing. Like this is what Falcon's made for, right? He takes a lot of hits, but he's not gonna go anywhere off of it. You know?
Yeah, he can. This matchup is pretty.
And
Falcon doesn't get gimped too often in this matchup unless you get just kind of unless you get red trying to recover with a down air.
Good shine back here out of shield.
Yep, bad
nice
trade.
Back air off the platform. That was actually pretty tricky. He just dropped straight back down with the back air. So he was calling out the full hop. He was calling out Reesch's full hop because Reesch was like using platforms a lot. So he was like calling out his full hops there, and that's why he got it. So that would have been really
Battlefield.
And
I guess that makes up for Reesch's stock he gave away in the first game.
1-1 on SD. Let's get the SD counter on the screen right now. The true score is actually 1-1. Reesch Unspecial. This is actually the SD counter. All right, now we're going to FD.
Yeah, this is probably Falco's strongest counter pick in the matchup.
Yeah, it's really nice for if you're a laser campy, if you're a laser happy Falco for sure.
Yeah.
It's nice. Would have liked to see an up tilt there. I think he was trying to cheese him a little bit. That's a DI mix up to go for that forward smash.
Falco can stuff out a lot of Falcon's approaches with just a retreating down air. That down air hitbox beats out a lot of Falco trying to get in on Falco for sure.
Yep, and what we just saw before, we were actually just labbing it a little bit. The jab reset, Falcon's jab reset, you can always roll out of it from any percent.
If we had commentated this 10 minutes ago,
I would not have known. I would have thought differently, but we have labbed it now. It's for sure.
But yeah, this is just looking really bad for Reesch as a. This is definitely Diego's favorite counter pick.
Yeah, we'll see though. Falcon definitely a comeback kid.
Comeback man.
Definitely a comeback god, a comeback boss. So.
Yep, and it's kind of it's always inconsistent getting comebacks, but against Falco, it's especially because he can either die at super low percent, especially if you get him below the stage, or you can just not be able to get in on him in neutral at all. So good air dodge back on stage. That was actually very coverable, but he just
I felt like Reesch was like really kind of respecting him a bit too much. He definitely could have gotten that with the run off knee or even just grabbing the ledge.
Yeah, there's actually like 20 frames during air dodge after your invincibility runs out, so it's definitely punishable.
For sure. All right, and I like that hack dash into dare. But,
that's something I see None do a lot. That was where I first tried to pick it up myself.
Yeah, None does it a lot. like all the time. Ooh, nice last hit of the Nair covering him. Now Falco's got him boxed out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that laser to force Reesch back to the ledge is a good or bad thing. It's probably a good thing because otherwise Reesch is just kind of stuck in the corner with his shield up. But getting hit by the laser and putting back on the ledge, he at least has better options to get back.
Yeah, no smart covering it.
Yep, perfectly.
Stuck in the double jump. All right, that was great. Back air on shield to get the grab.
That's a really good recovery option for Falco. You try and cover the ledge and his side
B. But he had it. He just down smashed as opposed to grabbing. Which was weird. It was like, because he had him. Because the Falco's really, that's the thing. Once Falco gets back, he's like super laggy after great tech. Super laggy after the forward beat, and so like if Falcon's expecting it, he can just jump up and get the grab, which is what he had there. But I think he made a mistake with the down smash.
Right. Yeah, it's that falling up air, hoping for a little conversion off it. Didn't get anything. Not sure if he honestly could have with busy being at low percent. And this is where Falcon can just clean up his stock. But Diego's a little smarter than that. Good shine stall,
Very
but
nice,
that's it.
nice.
Oh, no.
Man, and
I thought it was it, too. I would have done the same thing.
But he's got some great – see, that's actually something that Unspecial is particularly good at, is those high angles that make it seem like he's going to fade the ledge where he doesn't.
Yeah.
He actually does that a lot. If you go back and watch his matches on stream, he does that a lot.
Well, I mean, in that situation, honestly, I didn't even think he was going to be able to
reach,
get the ledge.
And that's what he does. He gets in those positions where it's like, all right,
very ambiguous.
I can't make it. Yes, I can. Or it looks like he's going straight in the stage and he goes up and then fades back to ledge. So those are some really good stuff. That some things that like Reesch is going to have to definitely catch and capitalize on, because like with this matchup and even like the Falco matchup, both characters are going to take a lot of damage and lose stocks really quick. But it really doesn't mean anything. All that matters at the end is who has 0 stocks.
Yeah, and that's actually a very important thing for Falcons to kind of beat into their head about spacey matchups, is that Falcon getting abused and hit more does not see, that was, does not directly represent him losing the matchup.
Exactly.
Because his hits are so strong and his punishes can be so strong.
Yeah. And that's something that we're
that was
seeing
a good
in this
tech
game here. Ooh,
you got
a
a
little
really
late on that.
Yeah, he traded.
Yeah, not necessarily what you want, but it's still okay. I mean, all of this is 61% extra credit at this point, so we're doing okay. And yes, Elitist, I am saying at 0%, you could check that. We only checked to about 13% because we were checking on.
No, you did a 9.
It was 9?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because we were doing Fox's down throw to jab. So
Falcon's down throw to jab. Reset.
On Falcon, we did. Yeah.
2 Fox.
Yeah, right.
Okay, Reesch just comes down, cleans that up, and he's up a full stock. This stage is a little bit weird. I was telling you about this earlier, about how against some Falcos, Diego, I've tried this and it is not one of them. How I will usually counterpick Yoshi's instead of Dreamland, just because Falco's laser game is pretty good on Dreamland. Of course, Falcon's mobility is good as well, but I just feel that against many Falcos on Yoshi, being able to get past the lasers in neutral. Jab resets are character dependent. Yeah, that's probably true. Fox is one of the lightest characters in the game. Although I would think that lighter character would mean that he couldn't roll out that early.
I tell you who's not rolling out right now.
Roll on the ledge. On the ledge, gets the read on the
great vortex. Yeah, vortex play from Reesch. Ooh, and gets caught kind of teching and kind of teching around.
Oh,
that's good. Ooh, that's a bad
he got
place
back.
for Falco. But yeah, man, Unspecial is doing really well again. Those are terrible places for Falco. Literally, if you end up below the stage, you should die.
Yeah, I think what happened? Did he get a trade when Reesch need him off stage earlier? Because maybe he just wasn't enough hit stun for Reesch to capitalize off it. But.
Yeah, I think Reesch would have had to do some stuff. There was stuff he could have done, but it wasn't like an easy situation.
Yeah.
But he's missing. Yeah, Reesch got the Brawny Man. From now on, Reesch is Brawny Man for the rest of this game. Right now, Brawny Man on the ledge, bringing it back, holding it down. Man, he's always having that stage control.
Just take him with him.
There it is.
Reesch is the one that actually told me that, is that edge guarding is way easier when you have an extra stock because you can just take your opponent with him.
There it is.
I thought you were actually talking about Brawny Man because of his beard.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
But I mean, they commented that he was hairy.
Well, I didn't know. I thought you meant that his playstyle was similar to the Brawny Man's in Melee. I don't know.
I missed the Brawny Man in top 8 at EVO, but I'll have to go back and watch that set. So we're going to FOD right now.
Yeah, this is the expected counter pick, I think.
Great counter pick for Falco. Although a lot of Falcons...
a lot of Falcos really don't like this stage and actually won't counter pick it, so I think it could have been either this or Yoshi's, or even Stadium is honestly a decent...
Yeah, it depends. Like, half Falcos think it's like terrible for Falco. The other ones think it's amazing for him.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on the character.
This stage, Fountain?
Yeah. Fountain.
Yeah, I think it's just about how comfortable you are dealing with the, obviously the change.
And actually the same even for Falcons. Falcons used to hate this stage. Dark Rain loved it because everyone wanted to counterpick him here, and he was good at it.
Yeah,
so
a lot of people are just really inexperienced about dealing with Falcon's aerials through the platform, mainly down air, or maybe only down air.
And actually, Falco has the similar thing, but I don't often see this be a good place for like heavy laser Falcos, which like
because it's so small, it's
yeah,
very condensed,
right,
and Reesch gets that nice down smash.
Oh, that's not safe, my guy. It's not. It's not. He Bronny Man down smashed him. All right, we got back to okay. So I think that dash away might have been a mistake. So that back throw is actually is a mix up. You can usually get a back air or something like that if they DI'd him correctly.
Okay, he just.
Nice
I'm not sure if that was a reaction to knee the mistech, but he did it anyway. Barely gets clipped.
These down smashes, this option not really working out a whole lot for Reesch right now. Oh, with the jab.
Yeah,
and
he's
we're up with
really
the up air.
trying to cut
Is
off
this
his
a
options
stock?
off stage.
Ooh,
Might be for Diego.
Yeah, it might be. The reversal.
Okay.
Okay. He's back in. He's back in.
Oh.
No momentum.
Just read a tech to the ledge. Didn't quite get it.
And man, these lasers, speaking of the lasers, you know, making me look like a liar, using a lot of lasers to wall out Reesch right now.
Yeah, those lasers really aren't doing much though.
No, they're not. For a second, it looked like it might have been giving him stage control, but we see how that worked out. All right, the forward throw, got ledge.
Yeah, got off a little bit early.
Yeah, definitely, especially
got a little excited.
Yeah, exactly, because with the up B, you know how long it's going to take. It's not a mix-up. You know.
Especially at that height Diego was at, because there's really not much in distance away from the stage. He's clipped again, and Reesch takes the lead.
Moonwalk to get body by Unspecial, the Kansas special.
Kansas special is pretty much the unspecial comparatively to other regions.
Unspecial is the spirit of Kansas.
Yeah.
Go Kansas, go Kansas, go. Ooh, and that's a missed turnaround up tilt.
That was
happens a lot.
Quite the option.
Oh,
you see how unprepared Diego was to deal with it, and wow, just catches him with the tech.
Oh, Falcon stack.
Yeah, Reesch is doing a little ledge stalling, just trying to get, because Diego's obviously feeling very impatient right now, wants to get a foot back in this game, but yeah, just playing with him. Nice.
With the up B, great stuff.
So consistent with that.
Yep. Man.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there it
That's
is.
it.
There it is. Good edge guard.
3 stock on FOD to close out the set.
Wow.
Really solid play by Reesch on his counter picks.
Great.